Buckle up for another episode of Ghostfacers, a supernatural rewatch podcast. My name is Richard, and sitting shotgun as always is my brother in podcasting, Reed.
I didn't have hex with that woman.
But I caught you on the camera.
I had no hexual relations with that woman.
I saw you hexing on the sofa.
It wasn't me.
I
didn't hex her in the shower.
I heard the cursing getting louder.
Yeah. Well, you came in and you caught me red-handed hexing with the girl next door.
Let's get into it.
Ghosts! Ghostfacers! We face a ghost! When others were not, we're ghosts! Ghostfacers! Stay in the kitchen when the kitchen gets hot! Ghosts! Ghostfacers! We face a nightmare! We face a dread! Ghosts! Ghostfacers! We face a faceless! We face a dead!
Welcome to Ghostfacers. Today we're discussing Season 7, episode number 5. Shut up, Dr. Phil. What's wrong? We've been starting with Ghostfacers.
Well, not last time we didn't, and then you were just reading the other thing, and I just in my head I thought,
you just made an assumption.
Yeah, makes an ass out of you and umption.
Yeah. You don't have it. You don't have it on your phone. Aren't you not doing it through the cloud?
Baby.
Yeah.
I don't have your Wi-Fi, but that's okay because I have it all pulled up.
Oh, because you've got tabs.
I got tabs.
I
have tabs.
I mean, yeah, like we don't.
Dean, Pie, Messy.
Someone on the Discord did come up with the Pie Posse.
Oh, yeah, which I suppose is better than pie holders.
Yeah, I like Pie Posse a lot more. And they say because Dean loves Posse.
I actually do need your internet. I forgot.
Okay.
We should do this right now.
Yeah. It's Principito.
Okay.
And the password's princess.
Like with a capital? Or
no, just lowercase. So now anybody who finds out where I live can access my landlord's Wi-Fi.
Hey, listen, if you want free Wi-Fi, fly to the furthest place you can.
For the most subpar internet you can find.
Terrific. Now I'm ready.
Great. I'm glad.
Well, this isn't my fault.
Isn't it?
Well.
So the episode number 5, Shut Up, Dr. Phil.
Yes. I am here. And I'm your co-host.
Yeah, nope, that's not this one.
Ready as always.
This episode aired October 21st, 2011.
Cool.
At least you didn't say nice, I guess.
I'm just going to keep changing it up.
I appreciate
I'll
that.
never tell.
Written by Brad Buckner and Eugene Ross Lemming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow him off a cliff.
Nice. Directed by a Fina Screech.
Of course.
His Holiness.
Yes, yeah.
A thing so deep.
Unrecorded.
Yeah, no, yeah.
A joke just between us.
Yeah. That's the kind of comedy.
That's the premier content. Listen.
For the right dollar.
We're aiming for another big win this year at the Podcast Awards, if you couldn't tell.
For the right dollar amount, you can be in the room with us.
Yes.
You can take the place of my dog on the bed next to us.
Wow. I don't know,
For
man.
the right dollar amount.
It's going to have to be a high dollar amount for kicking your dog. I didn't like that joke.
Yep. Viewed by an estimated
1 point. I'm going to say like 1.57.
1.92.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think you can see why for this episode, though.
I guess. Yeah.
There's some special guests.
I mean, assuming that they're even in the promo, because that's not a given.
Well, let's watch the promo and find out.
My problem with that promo is I guess it doesn't explicitly state it, but it basically implies the reveal from the episode.
Yes.
That they are both
yes
witches.
Yes.
The fucking promos.
I know.
Jesus.
It does show both.
It's also not the best. It's got like weird like
tango music.
Yeah. But like yeah.
I think that's at least that's the concept.
No, it definitely is, but that it's so
it's always a thing with
it's so glib. Like the way it's edited is really glib, and then you're like, okay, and they just like want you to know it's like two witches.
Yes.
More or less.
But it's interesting because it's not like pushing who those actors are that much, and so
wait, who's the other one?
it's Spike and
No, I know him.
Charisma Carpenter.
That's Charisma Carpenter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Played, I can't remember her name on Buffy.
I did not recognize her.
Oh,
I know
really?
him.
Well,
I was like, well, that's Spike.
Yeah. No, but it's both of them from Buffy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can tell where I was paying attention.
Yeah, Spike. You want to get spiked?
Listen, I spiked, angeled.
Yeah. Either way,
Yeah. I'm a David Boreanaz freak.
I'm a David Horianas.
I'm a David Horianas. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm a Boreanaz Horianas.
Yeah. Boar.
Yeah, boar whore. Yeah, my grandpa fought in the boar whore. Jesus.
Yeah, gonna take his bones.
Listen, I've watched so much Bones.
Really?
Oh my god, so much. I've
For Deschanel or for Boria?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, definitely for Emily Deschanel.
Yeah.
But also a little bit for Boreanaz.
Yeah. Look, you can be admitted to be a classic bore whore.
Yeah. And also for, I can't even remember the character's name, but the woman that runs the Smithsonian, the kind of the boss.
Sure.
One.
Yeah.
Right up my alley.
Yeah. But you're jonesing for a Boneson.
Yeah, David Boneson.
Yeah.
Bones. No, wait.
Nope.
Never mind.
No. You're too many layers.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, did I send you that TikTok the other day about the it's like a Canadian bro whose his friends are trying to convince him to go to a bar.
Okay.
And because they're going to be girls there, but he doesn't believe that there's going to be girls there.
Oh no.
And so that's the setup. And then it's the guy going, "Oh, no way, Jose."
Jesus Christ. Fuck. That's pretty good.
It's really, really good.
Pretty good.
I love that. All right, so the title, which is "Shut Up, Dr. Phil."
Yeah.
Not a reference to anything, just more of like a statement.
Just kind of how Dean's feeling.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's more of just like a vague statement about like how like counseling and therapy's bad, I guess.
Well, I think it's just I
Dr.
don't
Phil
think
sucks.
it's saying that it's bad. If anything, the episode is saying that it's good.
Yeah, just Dr. Phil sucks though.
Well, I think it's what Dean would say.
Sure, yeah.
If you were like, Dean, we should talk about our feelings, he would say,
fair,
shut up, Dr. Phil.
Okay, but clearly this was not going to be the title for any other countries.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I don't know how like international Dr. Phil is, but I don't think
I bet
it's
he's
like
huge.
Yeah, he's big. He's big in the Philippines.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, they all want.
I can't do a
they all want to
Filipino
get.
accent.
They all want to get filled.
Easy. I can't do a Filipino accent, and I don't speak Tagalog. So
I probably could, but shouldn't. So
yeah, let's not.
yeah, there's an incredible, very illustrious cultural population here in the Yukon, and so we
A sort of remarkably large Filipino population.
they got their own basketball league. Yeah.
That was like one of the first things I ever learned about the Yukon. I was like, league?
Yeah. So I think we both could nail it, but probably shouldn't. No, show them.
I'm not as confident.
You were showing me right before we
But
turned
if
the
you'd
mics.
like to hear Japanese Scooby-Doo,
yeah, then that's okay.
yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah. Now do
What was the game we were playing? Not on mic. Where it was like, name a nationality and a Saturday morning cartoon character.
Yeah. I think we were just doing it because of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
You did it, and then I said, and then your wife was like, "What other ones can you do?"
Yeah, it was bad.
Let's show the audience.
I'm ready. We're gonna need a suggestion from the audience.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams on 9/11.
All right. So the first is the French title.
Okay. French title would be What is the big deal? Just a little dalliance.
No, it's actually
But we all have mistresses.
it's one title.
Oh, okay.
It's one word.
Is it?
It's a thing that Dean was like made reference to a couple times in this episode.
Is it like the coin or something like that?
No, it is Bewitched.
Oh, Bewitched. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right, now the German title.
The German title is She is aggrieved and has a right to vengeance.
No.
Okay.
No. The German title is Couples Therapy.
Oh, okay, sure. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good title.
Not too bad.
All right.
And then the final one.
Okay, Hungarian title.
Obviously. Is
Is it like way off the rails or like pretty?
It's both on and wildly off the rails.
It's gonna be called Kiss and Make Up.
No. It's a reference to a book,
Okay.
but the
God,
worst.
the last time they did that, it was a problem.
Not that bad, but like a weird a weird book to reference, a
Okay.
classic literary title.
Oh, okay.
But then with a bit of a wordplay.
Okay.
Not even wordplay, just switching a word out to make it more relevant.
20,000 she's under the me.
How did you fucking know?
Is it
Did you
that?
see it
Was
before?
that it? Yeah.
That
Did I
was
do
it.
it?
Yeah. No, it's Witch and Prejudice.
Maybe in Hungarian the word for pride is close to the word for witch, like they would rhyme or something. Like maybe in Hungarian it's a better pun.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
maybe. I give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, I gotta try.
yeah, it's Hungary, so I don't know how much of a benefit I'm
Yeah.
going to give them.
Witch and prejudice.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
It's like, all right, man, sure. But also, this isn't really the Pride and
Yeah.
Prejudice story.
Fuck and sensibility.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Hungary.
Yeah. Featured music from this episode.
All right.
See the Funny Little Clown by Bobby Goldsboro.
I'm sure.
TV Guide describes this episode as a jealous witch, Charisma Carpenter, unleashes her wrath on a small town when she discovers her husband is having an affair.
They don't
make the no.
They don't parentheses James Marsters.
No, they do.
Is
Sorry.
the husband?
They do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. James Marsters.
I thought I was gonna say that's so funny not to do that.
Yeah. He's the one. Yeah, that you don't.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it does. James Marsters.
Gotcha.
So, for those who don't know, Charisma Carpenter and James Marsters are known for their roles on the supernatural themed show Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. They both were actors on.
Well, at least one of them I remembered.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Not the one who was on more episodes.
Yeah. I know. That's not good.
And the woman.
I mean, Charisma Carpenter though was the one that came forward with all the Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah, we stand her.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Just not her face.
or any of her work.
Yeah.
Just not great.
Just how she scorned a man.
No.
Our hero, Joss Whedon.
Jesus. What an insane reveal at this point in the
Yeah,
podcast.
everything we've done.
So many men unfairly canceled.
Yeah.
Fucking mask off.
Yeah. We've been too quiet for too long.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, before we start talking about today's episode, why don't we open up Dad's journal and learn about some of the real world lore, which we have tabs.
Yeah, baby. Let's see what the lore says about brunette glasses. No. Sorry.
Cute outfit.
I mean, that's not. Anyway.
All right, Gabriel.
Let's see what the lore says about
Pencil
hexes.
skirt and an attitude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Hexes.
Hexes.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, whoa. Let me talk about my hex.
Oh, man. Yeah.
My bitch hex.
He should have called her his hex wife.
Yeah.
Damn it. What a missed opportunity.
The show sucks.
We should do rewrites
Yeah.
of like 15-year-old episodes.
Yeah. That'll be our Patreon episodes.
Yeah. We've rewritten every episode of Supernatural.
Yeah, it's really just one joke per episode that we put in. Too.
Yeah, otherwise unchanged. Yeah, so hexes. So hexes are just like another word for spells or curses. The term hex comes from like an old world word that meant witch. I think it's like an old Germanic word, like hexe or something, like meant witch. That's where the root of that comes from. Some sort of like old or like Proto-Germanic, something like that. But the idea of like a hex isn't necessarily something distinct unto itself from spells, but it's sort of colloquially, it tends to mean more like black magic, like bad stuff. Yeah. If you're casting a hex, you're cursing, as opposed to just like, I hope their puppy is good. Like, you're not like doing like some shit like that. So talk of hexes, there's some like, in modern context for hexes, where we think of like what you would need ritually for them, which might include like a candle and a bowl and some like of this or that. That kind of has almost more of like a voodoo sort of angle to it, like the idea of the types of ingredients you'd need and the mixing and the incantation and that sort of thing. But in general, with magic and especially with hexes, the big thing is about the kind of energy or the trade.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean a 1-to-1 trade. It doesn't mean if you hex someone to kill them that like someone you know will die. Like it doesn't mean that. But there is a sort of thing in like black magic of like when you put negative energy out there, there's unforeseen like there's a cost and consequence to magic, right? So if you're doing bad things, you're going to see like general knock-on effects. I think we kind of see a version of that in this episode in the plants dying around town.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I think, like a nod to that idea that it's just kind of like it sort of poisons the energy of things when you use magic for selfish or negative ends. Whereas if you used it for positive ends, you might find yourself kind of feeling like rejuvenated or things like that. Like there's a kind of a balance to magic. I gotta say, when I looked up the word hex or like how to hexes or whatever, I don't know how to say this. One of the first things that came up was a fashion magazine article called How to Cast a Healing Hex in 6 Simple Steps. And I was like, great, let's get some white woman magic up in here to laugh at.
Yeah. Was it goop?
Except that the article kicks off by talking about Brock Turner.
What?
That kid, like the swimmer that like sexually assaulted a bunch of people and then like got like no sentence because they were like he's got a future as a swimmer or like whatever.
God.
It talked about all of that, and then it talks about how one of the victims, I think, turned to like hexing and like witchcraft as like a form of like therapeutic kind of like release of anger and stuff like that. And then it says 2016 there was a mass hex on Turner, and since then hex casting seems to have only become more popular with I mean this whole article reeks of like right-wing people casting aspersions. But it says with feminist witches casting hexes on President Trump during his first election.
Oh my God.
And TikTok witches claiming to have cast a hex on the moon in 2020. I can't remember what the moon did, but I'm sure it was bad. At any rate, this article...
#NotMyMoon.
This article says what you'll need is a candle, a photo of the person you're hexing, optional, black string, also optional, and then how to cast a hex. Write down what you want to say. Pick a spot that's quiet and free from distractions. Like, this is basically an article on like how to work from home.
Yeah.
Carve the name of the person into your candle, light the candle, wrap the string around the rolled up person you're hexing. recite your spell at least 3 times. That all sounds like fucking bullshit.
Also, if the string and the photo of the person is optional, you could technically just like sit in front of a candle.
Yeah, essentially. Interestingly, though, when I was reading a different article that was about hexes and kind of referencing some of like the hoodoo voodoo connections, that one also, it also went to the place of like people casting hexes to stop like abuse or sexual assault.
Jesus.
So I think it would be interesting. I don't have the resources, and I didn't think it would go this direction, so I didn't have the time to dig deep. But there's the idea of witchcraft. We know that they were like burning witches, and it was persecuting women and stuff like that. We know that goes back through history.
Yeah.
But this idea of hexing, especially in the modern era, seems to have taken on this kind of like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it seems to have taken on this like tone of like find your own empowerment, or like take, maybe gives people the sense that they're taking control of their own lives a little bit if they have been the victims of bad things. I wasn't expecting so many articles to bend that way, but at least 3 that I looked at, went that direction, and I found that interesting. But don't just like take that at face value. But I thought that was interesting. Like in top searches, because if you just search hex, like you don't even get like a wiki article about magic. Like the word hex is not overused. You see a lot more written about spells or curses or things like that. Not so much about hexes, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, unless you're talking about like hex codes for
a lot of hex code stuff, a lot of design stuff. Whatever.
I think that
a lot of hexadecimal slash fiction.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
So hot.
Yeah, swap those masks. Nothing. Anyway,
I think witchcraft has always like been tied directly to feminism, and the reason why women were fucking killed was because they were having any form of like self-control in those time periods, and that's why they were killed, not because they were showing signs of magic, but because they were having any control of their own life.
Totally.
So I think like ever since like there was persecution for witchcraft, there was people who were using witchcraft as like a form of feminism, and so I think like it makes a ton of sense that like now the modern take of that is to like to fight a thing that like is like women have been dealing with forever, and probably it's only just now coming to light that women have been using it for like to deal with like abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there's probably like a way longer history of it than we even know.
On a totally different note, but also a search result that popped up near the top of the results while I was searching hexes is that in ancient Greece during the original Olympics, all the athletes would have to gather under a statue of Zeus and recite an oath, and the oath was that they would be honest, they would compete fairly, and that they wouldn't use black magic.
Yeah.
Like the oath was like, don't cast a hex to win the Olympics.
That's so funny.
So
he was using hexes, so you have to take his gold away.
Yeah. The International Anti-Hexing Agency be like, we're gonna need you to piss in this cup. Oh, he definitely hexed. His hex levels are off the charts. It's a performance-enhancing hex.
You got to take it away.
So there you go. Hexes, baby.
All right. Well, with that, why don't we get into today's episode?
Let's do it.
We begin with the then, which, of course, this whole episode's about. We're talking about witches. We're getting all of the sort of like previous versions of witches that we've had on the show, which actually surprisingly hasn't come up that much.
No, it hasn't. There was just kind of that
those idiot
that
kids.
Like Avon group coven.
Yeah, and then those like idiot kids who were fucking around with witchcraft,
right?
And stuff like that. But largely,
a lot of the then is actually more of Dean killing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get the Leviathan, and the Leviathan the specific Leviathan that is hunting them.
Yeah, Chet.
Yeah. And then Dean killing Amy. That's really the rest of it. It's pretty quick, which is funny because this episode doesn't really talk about it at all. They just keep being like, just don't forget it.
it's only there so that
When
you
Dean's having a
remember
problem.
for when Dean is like, no, I don't want to talk about anything.
Yeah. You could like, that's the thing he doesn't want to talk about.
Oh, shut up, Dr. Phil.
Yeah. All right. We get to the now.
Let's do it.
Realtor Wendy Goodson goes to the salon. She finishes a call to a client, and the hairdresser, Chris, sets her up beneath a hairdryer. As Wendy reads, she gets increasingly hotter. But
I'll say.
Not in the way she wanted.
Oh, muy caliente.
But she tries. It's so hot that she tries to remove the hairdryer, but it gets stuck. And as she tries to remove it, it electrocutes her.
Listen, kudos to this actor.
For
having to find a way to look like she's stuck in a chair she could easily slip out of.
Well, there is a moment where she like tries to slip down and it gets pushed back up.
Well, this is what I mean. She sells that because otherwise you're like, just slide out. Like there's no real sense of like an actual force holding her in. It's just
there is when she slips down because it does push her back up. Because there's even like a whoosh.
But what I'm saying is nothing pushes her. She just sits back up. I think it's pretty weakly done.
Sure.
But she's the only thing that sells it.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, why does this hair salon have a soundproof room?
Well, the music is just crazy loud.
It's full, but you can hear the of the thing, and then the doors close. You can't hear shit.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And she's screaming, and they don't fucking hear her.
Yeah.
You know?
Chris returns and screams in horror at the sight.
I really hate Chris's hair. Can we say that?
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing.
His fucking weird ass, straightened, like fucking dog hairstyle that he's got.
It's like Jennifer Aniston.
He looks like a dog became a human.
Yeah, it's 2007 Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, it's true. He's trying to wear the Rachel.
Yeah.
And honey, it doesn't work.
God, you're good.
Nailed him.
Dean is.
I do like that when he takes the thing off, like a part of her skull comes. Like it's gnarly.
I know. I was eating at the time and had to be like, stop.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
I dug it.
But that's a cold open.
Yeah, it's good. Solid. Classic Supernatural kind of thing.
Love it. Dean is now trying to sleep and is having nightmares of Castiel, Sam shooting at him, and finally him killing Amy.
Yeah.
And
he wakes up and he goes, "I'm fine."
I mean, kind of. He literally like he does wake up and sees that Sam is already up and gone running.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, he's like, "You run? What are you taking care of your body?"
Yeah, because we see Sam outside running, and he comes in, and Sam's got all like the gear. He's even got like the arm thing with the iPod in it or whatever. It's. I don't begrudge them this. These guys have a hard life. But wait, every once in a while, I'm reminded that they're credit card grifters.
Yes.
And it happened in this episode for me.
Oh, okay.
When I looked at Sam and all his nice running gear, and I was like, it's one thing to like get a roof over your head and something to eat. And I was like, I don't know, man. But also at the same time, it's like they're performing like a save the world service. It's fine.
Yeah.
For some reason in my
they're
head,
allowed to have an iPad.
For some reason in my head, I was like, ugh, credit card fraud.
Yeah, no one's thinking about big credit card.
Who will stand up for the banks?
Yeah. What an injustice. They do that. The other thing which they keep doing in the last few episodes, which is really Dean's gone too far with his drinking.
Yeah. He's having whiskey in a normal glass.
Yeah.
Which actually is a good detail.
Yeah.
Because like a motel won't just have like a.
Yeah, he brings his glass with him.
That'd be bad.
And finds a case about two bizarre deaths in Prosperity, Indiana.
Can we just take a second to say, like, when we look at the computer that Dean is, it says your search results for freaky accidents. Yeah. Like that's how Dean finds jobs.
Which does
for
sound
them.
right. Yeah,
I fucking love that detail so much that he's just like, oh, freaky accidents, and they're like, man, this crazy shit happened in Wisconsin. It's such like a funny detail of how Dean does things.
I love it.
I really love that.
Great extra thing.
Yeah, it really made me laugh.
So Prosperity Prosperity, Indiana, which is a real place. It is an unincorporated rural community with 100, maybe 200 people.
Okay.
A gas station and 10 stop signs. The residential section.
Oh, so it doesn't have like a giant art museum and like a real estate mogul.
Yeah,
and,
no. It's got the residential section is 2 blocks wide.
Yeah.
It sounds just like Dawson City. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
I know they've got a museum.
Dawson's bigger than that. I think.
So Sam is more interested in finding out what is the matter with Dean, though.
Yeah.
Dean explains that he's still the same, no matter how much Sam has changed.
I kind of, this is sort of a halfway brilliant dodge by Dean.
Yeah.
Because he, like, something's clearly wrong with Dean. And so Dean has to pull the I'm not crazy, you are card. And he's like, listen, you've changed. I've been the same. So this is just how I seem to you now.
Just gaslighting
and Sam's like,
Sam.
all right, I guess.
All of our friends think that you're crazy, Sam.
Yeah. Do you even listen to yourself?
Sam accepts it and goes to shower up.
Yeah.
Then
oh, shower up. Siri, shower up.
Don't say her name.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, get my fucking watch's name out your mouth.
Oh, you struck me.
That's right.
A year and a half after that joke. Oh, my God.
It's still funny, right? We definitely squeezed a lot of blood out of that diamond.
Oh, yeah.
So Chet, the Leviathan, is tracking the Winchesters.
Yeah.
Reports to
I
his
love that
bosses.
he's, like, getting groceries.
Very Canadian groceries.
Yeah.
You looked inside of there, and you'll see there's a yellow bag of basil leaves. The yellow is trademark.
Oh, it's No Name, yeah.
No Name, baby.
Yeah, baby.
He was going to either like No Frills, Loblaws, Superstore.
I fucking love that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Leviathans would support fucking Galen Weston. So niche. Do you know what's a funny detail about this? So, like, that's a very Canadian thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this last episode, but the last episode, you very clearly see Canada Post mailboxes.
Yeah.
But in this episode, they've... I don't know if someone, like, wrote it and complained.
Yeah.
But, like, there are definitively U.S. mailboxes
Oh,
this
wow.
episode.
I didn't notice that.
Well, I only noticed because last episode, I noticed that they were Canadian.
Oh.
And I was like, this is deliberate, though. Like, you have to put a U.S. mail thing there. So why didn't you last episode versus why did you now?
Yeah. Which more of maybe just someone saw it and was like, fuck.
Yeah, maybe.
But
he goes to the trunk of his car with the groceries.
There's a dead dude in there.
There's a dead dude in there, and he goes like, yeah, I got a snack on the way.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, you could have jumped in there.
No, I'm good.
All right. Yeah, he was like, I got a snack on the way or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I know this Winchester thing's taking too long, but like, I'll find them. I'm like a day and a half behind them.
Speaking of snacks, how's that Dean Winchester?
Yeah. Oh my God. When I get my hands on that.
I'm going to open my big fucking Leviathan mouth for him. Does that Leviathan mouth go all the way back?
Jesus.
Sam and Dean arrive in Prosperity, and Sam talks to Wendy's sister. She explains that everyone loved Wendy, who was in real estate.
Yeah. The other man...
That's how
you know this is fictional.
Yeah. All right. The other dead man, Carl Dunlap, was an architect, but her sister insists that they didn't know each other.
Yeah, and he boiled in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Which is gnarly, too. I kind of wish we'd seen that.
I know. I thought the same thing when they said it. Meanwhile, Dean talks to Chris at the salon and confirms that the hairdryer couldn't have done what it did.
Yeah.
Because he's basically like, if it had gotten, like, it can't get that hot. And if it had, like...
it would have blown a fuse.
Yeah,
it would have done... And I do kind of love the energy that this Chris guy is like, this can't happen. I know it just did, but it can.
Yeah. It didn't happen.
Yeah. Don't tell me it didn't happen. I was there. I saw it happen.
He looks around and
it's a Star Trek reference.
He didn't know that. Yeah.
It's from.
It's a pretty vague line.
Well, not from the movie podcast I listen to. They use it a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's such a vague line.
It's Nero from the first of the JJ Star Trek movies.
Oh, sure. He looks around and finds a coin behind the chair.
Yeah.
And calls to tell Sam what he's found.
Yeah.
As Dean walks down the street, he notices a bus bench with the advertisement photo of Wendy on it.
Yeah.
Surrounded by dead plants.
That's right.
Once he brings Sam up to speed, he goes to the liquor store to buy a bottle.
Yeah, well, Sam is like, come pick me up from wherever he is.
Yeah.
And Dean's like, why don't you just run? And Sam's like, Dean, he's like, I'll come get you. And then Dean goes straight to a liquor store. You go, oh, Dean. The drinking, Dean.
Oh.
You've only been doing it for 6.5 seasons.
Yeah, but now it's a problem.
Because we've said so.
Yeah. Do you know that you can't even have closed alcohol in the passenger seat in the Yukon?
What do you mean?
Like
unopened?
Yeah. I got in trouble for it the other day.
Huh.
Yeah. So just heads up.
So like when I go buy wine for my wife and I just put it in the cup holder next to me like it's a gear shift.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing that.
No. I know. I got in trouble the other day. I was pulled over for speeding, but then the guy was like, "You really can't do that." And I was like, "Really?"
Man.
I was like, "But it's closed." And he's like,
pulled over like a chump.
You
were really speeding?
I deserved it.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah. So at a construction yard, the owner, Dewey Stevens, goes into a porta potty.
Yeah.
Did you notice what the name of the porta potty
BM?
is?
Yeah, hell yeah, baby.
BM Disposals?
I love that. Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty good, like, weird detail episode, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he goes in, doesn't lock it behind him, which is whatever. He starts going to take a piss.
Yeah.
And the, like, air compressor in the back of his truck turns on, and the nail gun, like, raises itself up.
Like a snake.
And snakes out towards him. He opens the door of the thing when he's done, and it starts like shooting him. And these nails are going through him and through the back. Like, it's building. I'm sure they use longer nails than I'm used to, but we're talking like 8-9-inch nails here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
hurt myself today
with a nail.
Dean shows up the next scene. We go like, what do we got here? It looks pretty open and shut. It looks like he hurt himself today.
Yeah.
What? It's like 9-inch net. Anyway, victim is
I hurt myself today.
to see if I still feel waka waka.
So he gets fucking murdered and then shot through the fucking eyes.
It's so gnarly.
Yeah, it's
way
worse.
This is gnarlier than we've been in a while.
Yeah, it's been in a while. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Because we also get, like, before he gets shot through the eyes, we get a shot of him, like, he's like nailed through the arms.
Yeah.
There's one like in his face. That makeup looks so good.
Yeah, they did a great job.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But again, like, these nails are like 3-4 inches out the other side. So it's going through his whole skull and then another 3 or 4 inches.
I couldn't believe it.
It was wild, yeah.
So later, Dean talks to the sheriff as he secures the crime scene.
Yeah.
The sheriff points out that there's no generator on the truck, so he's not exactly this couldn't happen.
Yeah. But we are officially labeling the cause of death 9-inch nails.
Yeah. What's the name of the guy from 9 Inch Nails?
I'm sure he has a name.
Yeah, he's a famous name though. Like he's Trent Reznor. That's what it is.
Oh right, I should have known that.
Yeah. We call this he got Reznored.
Oh yeah. Code Trent.
But yeah, so they're not exactly sure how he could have been murdered, but it's the only way it could have happened.
Yeah.
Dean finds another coin inside of the porta potty and then goes to Dewey's office where Sam is checking out the owner's computer.
Yeah.
He's learned that...
Can I also just say that it's nice, it's kind of nice in a way that this construction guy got like nail gunned to death and he didn't like drown in shit or something like porta potty related.
It's
like,
true.
This is kind of better.
It's a best case scenario.
It's sort of a mercy when you think about it.
Yeah, it's the best case scenario for a porta potty death.
A porta potty death couldn't be better than than taking 18 nails to the body.
That's how I want to go.
It's in my will.
Yeah.
That's not how a will works.
Will's usually after you die.
Well, it says very clearly in the moments preceding my death. So.
Yeah. It's yeah. You want posthumously getting murdered?
Yeah. I mean, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah. Can you murder
Stage
me
a
after
murder
I'm dead?
after I'm dead. Yeah.
That's always the thing.
I'll never tell.
There's a comedian that has a joke that it's like he's like, I always keep a suicide note on me just in case I like die from like a lightning bolt or something, because then someone's
how
like,
did he know?
well, yeah, it's just like, oh my god, he was shot by lightning. Wait, there's a note.
There's a note. That's really good.
It's a great joke. So Dean learns from the e-logs that Dewey, Wendy, and Carl were all working on a mall construction project, and it fell through.
Yeah.
They were working with a developer, Don Stark, and the brothers determined that he's a local philanthropist.
Yeah.
So they figure that he'll be next to get murdered.
Yeah, so they go to a museum with his bust out front.
Well, there is a moment where
this guy is supposed to be like kind of like generally loved by the community, but as soon as there's a statue of you and you're alive, you fucking asshole.
Truly. There is another Dean's been drinking too much where he's got a flask on him and Sam's
like, while we're working, and Dean's like, we're always working.
Yeah, like what do you?
Which is kind of a good point.
Yeah. They're always working and constantly at the bar.
Yeah.
But Bobby then calls them and tells them,
I ain't stop any time I want, Sam. Listen here. I'm the big brother, so you just trust me. Give me keys. Give me the keys, Sam.
Oh no, Dean.
Sam, I'm gonna go investigate. Give me keys. I'm gonna investigate this crime.
Lisa.
I just saw a guy get nailed 20 times, so I thought of you. Anyway,
Lisa, what's up?
Oh,
who are you?
Yeah, she doesn't remember. It's so much more fucked up.
Lisa. You remember Dean, don't you?
The local cops were Lisa, so we've traced the call.
Yeah, don't you remember the Dean?
It breaks the spell.
Yeah. Dick's so good, how could I forget it?
Yeah, Dick's so good, I cosmologically respond to
it. So Bobby calls them and tells them that the coin is a Romanian ducat, dating back to
Gold ducat.
Yeah, whoa,
another Star Trek joke.
Ducat mesh.
Ducat hates me, sure. Ducat hates me, sure.
Fuck yeah.
My Rammstein DS9
Hell
crossover
yeah.
hit.
So good.
Man, this is a good episode.
You can't say it in the middle of the episode.
I think we've just about wrapped this up.
That's right. Yeah. We have fun here. But this coin dates back to the 15th century.
Yeah, they because of the lettering used and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bobby has pinned it down for me. Bobby also I don't quite understand this moment where Bobby's saying stuff to Dean, and Dean is like, "Well, I know, no, there isn't." I
don't get that,
but I don't get it. Is Bobby? I just don't know. I don't understand what the joke is. Is Bobby being like, "Are you drinking again?" Or is Bobby just being like, I just don't know what the joke is about what Bobby is giving Dean a hard time about.
Yes.
It doesn't read very well.
No,
I don't really understand it. It's
I
a little
fully
clunky.
agree. They notice again plants around the statue of Dawn are dying, and Dean remembers the plants around Wendy's picture. Chet, we then catch up with, who's driving towards Prosperity. We then cut back to Sam and Dean meeting with Dawn at his home. And he says that the shopping mall project just fell through for no particular reason.
This is James Marsters, by the way.
Yes.
Looking great.
His assistant, Jenny Klein, comes by to take his suits to the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
The character Jenny Klein is named after a writer for Supernatural, Jenny Klein.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they both happen to have long blonde hair.
Yeah, there you go.
Once she leaves, Sam...
And she made cupcakes for him.
Yeah, that's right. Once she leaves, Sam says that he needs to use the bathroom.
It's so unnatural to sometimes on this show I feel like they use slang, but the context is so He's posing as a cop. He could have just been like, I've had too much to drink. I need to use your washroom.
But he does say...
But he says, like, I hit the Java too hard, or like whatever he says. You go like,
yes.
Oh, right. That's an unbelievable lie.
But also,
fucking let
here's
him go.
Here's what I thought, which was, he's like, I use the bathroom, and I'm like, do you need to take a huge shit? Because
that's
I
what
had too much coffee. Like, I'm like, that's what coffee
I'm
does.
going to absolutely blow out your men's room.
Yeah, you know this thing that dehydrates you? It's making me have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
I haven't shit in 3 days, sir. I need your bathroom.
like if...
By the way, a normal amount of days not to have
I
shit.
was just going to say, I was like, I thought for a second that you were saying that because I'm like, that sounds like a thing you have.
No,
That's right. That is a thing that you've said. Like, that's a normal amount of days for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a normal amount for more people.
It is fine.
Despite what your doctor may even have said to you.
My doctor told me it was fine.
Yeah, sure. For a man of your stature.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just surprised you're alive. Do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
You're a medical miracle already.
Yeah, shit wherever you want, when and wherever you want.
And I've taken that to heart.
Yeah. While Dean keeps Dawn distracted, Sam searches Dawn's bedroom and finds a box filled with hex tokens and scrolls.
This bedroom, from the one angle when Sam comes in, just looks like a hotel room.
Yes, it absolutely.
They almost certainly shot it in a hotel.
Yes, I think so.
But then the closet is clearly a different set.
Yes.
This walk-in closet. But
Very
the one
weird.
side is totally empty.
Yeah.
And he takes the box down and he sees all these like runes and shit, and also like bones and coins and all sorts of like, you know, witchy shit. Yeah.
Sam then goes back downstairs as Dawn boasts that everyone admires him.
And then Sam immediately goes, except your wife.
Yeah.
I wasn't in your closet.
Yeah.
And
asks what the issues were between him and his wife.
Yeah.
Dawn vaguely talks about it, and Dean figures that Maggie caught Dawn cheating on her with a business associate.
Yeah, and then they take a stab in the dark and say it was the real estate agent, and he goes, well...
you know...
Yeah.
But he was
Let's
like...
just say I closed that deal.
Nice.
He high-fives Dean.
Been there. Oh, yeah. Dawn admits it and dismisses it as a thing, and says that Maggie just needed some time off, but they figured it out. It was Maggie.
Yeah.
They suggest that he has to make it up to Maggie. Outside, the brothers then notice that there are dead plants around the house.
Yeah, and they're like, so it's definitely the wife. She's definitely a witch, and she's burning down anything to do with this affair that he had.
Totally.
Yeah.
Dean calls Bobby and asks him what to do some research on witches and how to stop
maybe
them.
this is where there's the awkward.
Maybe, but here's the
phone.
thing. Only now that witches feels like day one hunter shit.
I feel like they should already know it. And
It's like ghosts and witches.
they've already done
Yes.
some fighting of witches.
Yes.
So like we haven't established enough about like
the lore of killing witches,
or
guess.
that this kind of magic she's using is different.
Yeah.
We haven't done enough of that to like necessitate a call to Bobby.
Yeah, it's weird that they do.
It feels weird. It should be like let's get back to the motel, find out what we need.
Yes.
Just do that.
It is weird.
Yeah.
The brothers go to Maggie's house now and make sure that she's gone. Once they do, Dean breaks in while Sam stands watch outside.
Yeah.
Dean finds a closet with blood-smeared photos of the 3 victims as well as Jenny.
Like a full altar. Yeah.
Yeah. Outside,
Kind of like that weird shit you've got in your.
Okay.
Anyway.
Outside, Sam. You mean the altar to your artwork? Yeah.
It's so public now.
I have made an altar to that before.
I can't believe you've had people over. That's just there.
I've only had I haven't had any strange. Well, I haven't had.
Oh, good. So I assume you'll put it away when strangers come over. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just there now.
No, I'm sitting Shiva. It's gonna be
Please do. That would be so fucking funny.
which is more attention
It's
to
so
it.
much more attention. Yeah.
What's behind that? I can't.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Reed wouldn't be okay if you'd seen it.
Yeah. Oh, who was Reed? He sounds nice. Oh no, he's still alive.
Yeah.
He just
means more to me than you.
I mean, you could pretty much say that to people as they walk in.
I mean, yeah. Hi, welcome to my space.
Reed means more to me than you.
You could tell by, well, you won't be able to see it yet.
I'll never tell.
Sam sees Maggie pull up and calls to warn Dean, but only gets a busy signal. He approaches Maggie and asks her to talk to him, but she refuses.
Yeah, she's like, I can't, I'm busy, blah, 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 blah. And so Sam has to go like into emergency thinking mode. He just triggers the car alarm.
Yeah, just pushes the car down with his fucking giant body. And
he's enormous.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
He sets off the alarm to warn Dean, who I love it. Jenny's just like, what? She just like turns it off. It's like,
and Sam is like, sorry, I have restless legs.
That was his
implying that he kicked her car
so hard that the alarm went off.
She's like, well, you are a moose.
Yeah.
I bet you got real cum gut or something on your shirt. Do you know what? I'm not that busy.
Yeah, I could spare a few minutes.
Yeah.
And Dean manages to slip out without being seen. He warns Sam that Maggie will soon realize that the photos that he had stolen are gone and that they have to head over to save Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny, who's making cupcakes in
She's
her
so
kitchen.
sweet. She doesn't deserve this.
No. Unaware that Maggie is using her blood to cast a spell.
Maggie has a backup picture of Jenny, by the way.
Yes, yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
So she casts another spell on Jenny. Jenny is sampling one of her cupcakes. This is such a fucked up scene.
Man, this episode is like really solid on how fucked up it is.
Yeah, cupcake is oozing with blood from a small heart beating inside.
Oh, and it's just is gushing, and then she starts like throwing up so much blood.
Yeah,
like she's bleeding internally and throwing up, and then
So
Sam and Dean fucking bust in.
Yeah,
and
search for the coin.
Sam is searching for the coin, and Dean's with Jenny. Sam finds it. This is my favorite part. There's no like magic thing to do. He doesn't put salt on it. There's not an incantation. There's not fire.
Yeah.
Sam puts the coin on the counter and then pulls out his gun and fucking shoots it. It made me think of that. You remember that old Family Guy bit with the exterminators and the mites or whatever in the house?
Oh no!
And the exterminators go in just with guns. They're like,
oh yes, yes, I do remember this.
Shooting
yes,
like each individual insect with guns.
So funny.
That's what it made me think of.
Jenny demands to know what happened, and they explain that she was hexed. The brothers tell her to get out of town and stay away from Dawn.
Yeah,
but she says she isn't involved with Dawn.
Yeah, and they're like, and she's like, there's no,
no, it's not.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yep.
John's no. Jenny insists that he's just her boss and nothing else.
Yeah.
Maggie is now preparing for an art auction at the community center. And her friend Sue...
Yeah, and she seems so fucking full of herself with it,
yes.
too. Ugh.
Her friend Sue apologizes for telling her about Dawn and Wendy.
This friend's got to pump the fucking brakes. Because according to Dawn, this separation is relatively recent. This friend Sue is like, she might as well just be wearing a shirt that says "Scissor Me." Like it's like let's calm down a little bit here. Let's pretend that you're this woman's friend and you're not just waiting to fuck her.
Yeah, that would be nice if somebody did that.
Yeah,
post separation.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. I don't understand what you're getting at.
You keep trying to fuck me.
Oh, that was happening pre-separation. Are you kidding me? What, I'm going to slow down now?
No, now the game's afoot.
Yeah, the game is on. Wrong Quartermain.
Right Quartermain. Oh. For nobody.
He said Africa would never let me die.
Dawn arrives and accuses Sue of spreading lies. But Sue says that he's a serial philanderer.
Yeah.
Maggie
I would never do that. Huh? Who said that anyway?
Maggie comes back and Dawn talks to her, insisting that none of it was his fault and that Maggie was the one who was never there for him.
It's funny in this moment because obviously we've said it already. They're both witches.
Yes.
And I remembered that going into this episode.
Totally.
But the way that Dawn talks to Sue, the friend, where he's like whispering lies in her ears, like makes her sound like she's got some like Lady Macbeth power, like she's fucking Saruman going like
yeah.
It's very like I don't know what I thought was happening, but I was like, are there 3 witches?
Yeah, no. He tells her
I was
that,
like, are each of the deaths a different witch?
yeah.
Yeah.
He tells her that she's had her fun with Wendy, but it's time to stop.
Yeah.
Maggie blames Don and his ego, and he points out that the 2 FBI agents came by. She says she knows the Winchesters are hunters.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah. And tells her husband that she'll take care of them.
Yeah.
But Don says that it stops now.
Yeah.
Don goes,
And you can tell right away that him putting his foot down means shit all.
Well, she was like, it's cute when
Yeah.
he tries to tell me what to do. And I was like, I shouldn't be so attracted to her right now.
Oh, man.
The charisma.
Time to update these tabs.
Yeah.
Which won't listen to me.
Yeah.
POV.
Yeah, obviously.
Go on.
No.
No, go on. Reveal too much.
No, good. Hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag ruined.
Yeah.
They showed up and shot the hex coin before the rituals performed. Hashtag ruined.
Don goes outside and notices the dead plants around his statue.
Yeah.
The ground shakes and his statue cracks in half.
Yeah, like the face
comes
off
off.
of it.
Yeah.
And then he looks up at the window and she's like, yeah, I did that. And then he gets away.
Yeah.
Or goes away.
Yeah, he goes away. And the Winchesters
Sam and Dean are like watching this happen from the car. And I feel like in that moment they should be like, well, he obviously also knows about magic. He like is just calmly watching the face fall off his statue, looks up at his wife in the window, and then like in that moment, them watching him, they should be like, well, he's obviously also a witch.
Right? Like it does feel like
I just feel like I don't understand why you have to put Sam and Dean in that scene at all, unless that's the reveal. The fact that that's not the reveal is insane to me.
Yes, I fully agree. But Dawn sees them. And then the brothers figure that Maggie will destroy the town in her anger.
Yeah.
Bobby calls and gives them the ingredients for an anti-witch spell.
Yes.
That night, Maggie rehearses her speech for the art auction.
Oh, Jesus. What
while
a piece
Sue
of shit,
applauds
too.
her.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm known for my philanthropy. I've really outdone myself this time, if that's not too immodest. I'm like, oh, God. Webster's Dictionary defines philanthropy. It's like, oh, Jesus.
How long have you been alive? You can't think of a better speech?
I mean, truly, when we
Yeah.
learn how old they are, it's like, that's as good as your oratory skills are. No wonder he left. You're
Wow. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
You're a monster.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, yeah. I don't have a defense.
She tells Maggie that everything's perfect and touches Maggie's shoulder.
Everything's perfect. Maybe.
Just like your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, be more, you know what others, it's also a piece of art.
Yeah.
Us fingering each other.
Yeah. Is that cool?
Unless you're not into it, then it's a joke.
Yeah, I'm definitely joking. Unless you're in,
Yeah.
but you're not. But if you are, I'm here.
Maggie says that she's remembered that she has taken care of the finger sandwiches.
Yeah, which is like, hey, if I'm Sue, that's an invitation.
Yeah, right?
If you don't know she's a witch or whatever,
Yeah,
that's an invitation.
I would say so.
I have to go take care of the finger sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking care of the finger sandwiches by myself. I want you to think about that. And walk away like, oh my God, holy shit, this is happening. All those lies I told about her dipshit husband are working.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sam returns to the motel with the chicken feet that the spell requires.
Hang on.
Oh my God. You're fucking kidding me. Now? Not the finger sandwiches?
Are you ready? Another one. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my God. Really?
secant, cosine, tangent, sine, 3.14159.
Give you a cream pie.
It's the supernatural pie segment.
Sorry, the chicken feet brought you to pie?
Because Dean is eating a banana cream pie, baby. When Sam comes in with chicken feet, Dean is face deep in a cream pie.
Wow.
Which brings us to
snowball?
Which brings us to today's theme for the pie segment.
Does that count as a snowball still?
No, only if you. Never mind. No, you have to and then into and they.
Because I mean, he's coming from a thing.
Yeah,
into
but
another
it's
thing.
about the mouth to. Anyway, the theme for the pie segment. We're talking about cream pies.
Oh baby, let me pull up my tabs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's just say I've #ruined a banana cream pie before. First of all, cream pies, big subset of pies. I'm going to keep saying the word. You can't stop me. This is legit.
Uh-huh.
What are your favorite cream pies? Food-wise. Well,
feel like a child.
yeah, what are you laughing so? I just asked you what your favorite kind of cream pie is. Richard, I'm sure you love cream pie as much as the next guy. What's your favorite cream pie, Richard?
I like the kind where it's like seeping out because it's so filled.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not really I sort of thought you'd pick a flavor.
Oh, I thought you were just
not
talking
just
about
like a preparation.
yeah. Well, you weren't
Yeah.
you weren't specific.
Yeah. No, what's your favorite? No, I'm not saying that sentence. What is your favorite flavor of cream pie?
Me.
Jesus Christ. Wait.
I'm sorry, what other flavor would I prefer?
I don't know. Might be.
Somebody else?
I mean, that might be better.
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like I dug a hole.
Yeah, we're going to both be uncomfortable.
I'm talking about cream pies, Richard.
So am I.
What is your favorite flavor of cream pies?
Jesus Christ. How am I supposed to take this seriously?
This is a normal question about cream pies. We're talking cream pies, Richard. When I made this cream pie segment, I never once thought you'd have a hard time with the idea of cream pies.
Look, I just...
From everything I know about you, you love cream pies.
Look, I like to make them. I don't necessarily eat them.
So I'll tell you right now, my favorite is a banana cream pie.
Oh, how does that happen?
I love a banana cream pie.
Sure.
Do you not have a favorite kind of cream
chocolate
pie?
cream pie. It's nice.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
Jesus. Oh. Ugh. Oh, that's disgusting.
or a peanut butter cream pie.
Oh. My second question was going to be, I know you
Yeah.
are more of kind of a cook / baker than I am.
Yes.
I have never fully successfully made a cream pie. I've always #ruined them.
I was gonna say, I was like, pretty sure there's like physical proof that you have.
No, I always ruin cream pies.
You just take it out of the oven
I
before
think I'm
it's done.
taking them out too soon.
Yeah.
Maybe it's always just like
All over the oven.
well, it's runny. It's not like holding where I want it to.
So you gotta pin it down.
Jesus, good lord.
That's how you keep it in.
No, but like, have you? I mean, this like, what an ill-advised segment.
Yeah. This is your fault.
Truly, though, I was gonna say, like, what is the secret to having like a cream pie hold its shape? Because the last time I made a banana cream,
The last time you cream pied.
the last time I made a banana cream pie,
Yeah.
I followed all the directions.
Yeah.
I had the crust. I laid down like the layer of
Yeah,
bananas. I put the banana cream in. I did I baked it for the right amount of time. I put it in the fridge. It chilled. It did all the right stuff. But when I cut it, it just like immediately like kind of oozed out. Like I couldn't get like an actual slice.
Sure. It might be how well you're actually whipping it and getting like stiff peaks.
Yeah, tell me how to whip it stiffly to get the perfect cream pie.
Yeah, you really got to manhandle it enough so that
Right.
it's stiff. so that.
Wait, are you talking about meringue?
Well, no, it's the same thing with cream.
Oh, okay. So you still have to. Oh, okay. You still have to whip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You happy we did this?
I think it was a mistake, but
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer.
Wow.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Are you ready? Another one.
I don't like that.
secant cosine tangent sine 3.14159.
Give you a cream pie.
Jesus.
It's the supernatural pie segment.
Did he
A thing I don't regret.
did he put in his own DJ Khaled another one?
I think so.
Yeah, that's him recording a thing that could have sampled and pulled from something else. He made himself.
I love that. And I've learned something about cream pies today. I hope we all have.
I haven't learned anything.
Man, what a mistake.
What did you fucking
I
do?
somehow thought we'd actually be able to divert back to...
No!
I don't know what I was thinking.
Fuck no. No, you're going to make me go through this? I'm going to make you go through this.
That was the most ill-advised segment I've ever done on the show.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and considering the pulled pork. So
Call me the hellhound because I'm going to tear up this guy.
Jesus Christ. Poor Joe.
Ugh.
Sam says that the butcher's freezer is out and that the townspeople are having a run of bad luck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the reason that Dean is so disgusted is that you could smell the chicken legs. Because, yeah, like the freezer's out. Apparently, yeah, like pipes and electricity's gone out. So we're implying that, like, her magic rage is not just just wilting flowers. It's like destroying the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the art auction, Maggie and Sue share a drink. And Sue discovers that there's an eyeball in her martini.
Yeah. She goes, "That's disgusting."
I love that the zero reaction from Maggie, though, is just like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. What, an eyeball? What, you never had an eyeball?
Yeah.
But then she looks around.
And her paintings start melting.
Yeah, Mr. Bean has come and tried to fix all of her paintings. Can you
Wow, what a
believe-
fucking reference.
Can you believe, though, that like that plot point from the Mr. Bean movie became a real life thing later?
Really?
Well, the whole point in the Mr. Bean movie is that he accidentally like fucks up Whistler's mother. Like the painting, Whistler's mother.
Yeah,
he fucks it up, he tries to fix it, like
Yes.
drawing in it. But that's what happened like years later. That woman in Spain tried to like restore that picture of Jesus and like drew the face on it
Really?
or whatever. Yeah. It was like literally the plot of the Mr. Bean movie.
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't realize that had actually happened.
Oh yeah, man. You must have seen that. Oh, I gotta pull it up. You keep going.
The painting starts to melt. Maggie realizes that Don is responsible. Sue wonders how he did it, but Maggie says that it doesn't matter. Her friend says that Maggie has friends that love her, and a tray levitates across the room and decapitates her.
It's so good.
It would have to be so fast to decapitate her the way that it does.
This is the fresco of Jesus that got fucked up.
Oh, yes, I have.
You remember
seen that.
this? Yeah.
Yes,
But that's essentially the plot of the Mr. Bean movie.
so funny. Sam and Dean then arrive at the hall and discover that the police are cleaning up after Sue's death.
Yeah.
They realize that Dawn must be responsible, and they're dealing finally with two witches,
Yes.
not just one. They drive off unaware that Chet is watching them. The brothers park outside of Dawn's house, figuring that the couple will confront each other directly since they've killed each other's toys.
The bit that I'm just now realizing I haven't connected with is like,
Yeah.
how did Chet know where they were?
I don't know.
Like, was he told on the phone? Because if that's the case, it must mean someone is where they are to have relayed the information. So why didn't that Leviathan go after them?
Oh, no, I thought it was...
I just don't get how Chet is tracking them.
I thought Chet was just going to deal with the art and like probably had to be near it to be able to make the thing melt. And then
Chet has nothing to do
Oh,
with it.
sorry, not Chet.
Like
sorry.
the Leviathan.
Yeah.
At the
oh,
beginning
yeah.
of the episode, he says, I'm a day and a half behind them.
Yeah, yeah.
But how does he know where they're going? Someone must have spied them, right? Another Leviathan in the network. But then why isn't that Leviathan that is closer to them going after
Because
them?
the telecommunications Leviathan is the best one to
The
hunt.
fact that there's a whole shot in this episode of a Leviathan just driving is like,
Yes.
it really does go back to that point where it's like, they're so scary. We have to at least take away teleportation.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me.
Yeah, they don't have magic.
Him like riding the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to like get groceries. Like,
yeah.
it's very funny.
It is kind of funny, yeah.
So the brothers arrive and cast a spell, but nothing happens.
Yeah, and she goes, chicken feet? I guess they weren't chilled. And it was like, there's no way that was part of the spell. We've only had refrigeration for like 110 years.
Truly. As the couple casts a joint spell of destruction, Sam says that they have to go with plan B, counseling.
Yeah. It's not a bad plan where he's like, if we can't kill them, we've got to get them to talk it out.
Yeah.
Because if they patch things up, she won't destroy the town. Or maybe, he doesn't say this, but like maybe they'll turn on each other.
Yeah.
But the framing of it is he's like, plan B. He's like, we've got to counsel them. It feels so dumb.
Yes. Don't worry, I'm pre-counseling.
Yeah. I'm pre-therapy. And Dean's like, I actually think I'm pre-therapy.
Yeah, of course you are drinking.
Yeah.
Dean steps forward and says that they must value what they had and want to keep things going. He does it in that way that when he pretends to act in that one episode.
Yeah.
He's like,
it does kind of feel like very like stiff, like Shakespeare moves. Yeah.
He suggests that they have something erotic going, and Sam steps in.
Yeah, Dean immediately goes to like, have you guys just thought about like fucking this out?
Yeah.
And Sam's like, that's not counseling, Dean. Jesus.
It's how I dealt with Lisa.
Yeah. Listen, I counseled that bartender last week.
Gave her the therapy.
Jesus. She was more of a pounceler. She pounced on this day.
Any other ones?
No.
She'll have trauma responses after.
I don't know, man. I didn't like that. Yikes.
Maggie points out
Jesus.
that Dawn had an affair, but Sam says there might be blame on both sides. There's bad people on both sides.
A lot of good people. Oh, that was another. Did you mention it? That
Bad
like
witches on both
that
sides.
when,
the Trump thing.
When they're at Don's office before, Dean looks on the wall and he has like a signed poster from Donald Trump or whatever. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, I did see that part, but didn't mention it. But yeah, there's bad witches on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of good people. These witches, they're not sending us their best.
Yeah. Maggie strikes them down, and Dean tries to appeal to her, and then Dawn strikes him down.
Yeah, it's funny because Sam is like, listen, maybe Dawn just made an innocent mistake. She's like, you're taking his side. And then Dean's like, listen, what he did was unforgivable. And then Dawn's like, don't suck up to her. Like, it is funny. It's good comedy, actually, of them each getting up.
It's a great scene.
And in between, Maggie and Dawn talk to each other, and then at one point they have a thing, and Sam kind of like staggers up and goes, see, you're talking.
That's all they needed.
And then he like gets knocked down again or whatever.
Dean confirms something is true, and he gets knocked down.
And he gets bees around him at one point. Like, this is probably the strongest part of the whole episode.
Truly.
Is this little comedy moment of them each standing up to offer some counseling and then getting knocked out by the opposite person.
So funny.
It's really good. Yeah, I like that bit.
But they start to talk, and Sam's like, this is great. This is all we ever needed. And Maggie admits that's all she ever wanted.
Yeah.
Maggie admits that she could never murder him either, and they kiss.
Yeah, and they talk about like through history, and he's like, what about that 1492 thing? And she was like, he was about to sail off the edge of the world for all I knew. I took pity on him. So it's like, so she fucked like notorious, like history's like greatest villain, Christopher Columbus. And then he says, nothing happened with the Medici chick.
So funny.
Which is, it's like, yeah, so they've been around for a while.
He's not going to be in Medellin.
Vince is not doing the movie.
Later, Sam and Dean return to their motel, and Dean drinks again.
Yeah. Classic.
Ugh. and then complains that Sam is judging him.
Yeah.
Just need a fucking drink. You keep yammering on.
I just want to come home after a long day and put my feet up, but God forbid that I get any fucking space.
You won't even let me cream pie.
Should I?
No.
Segment
No,
again?
we're good. Chet is waiting for them and tells them that they'll be dead in a minute.
Yeah, we start a fight where the guys are getting their asses handed to them
because they realize that he's a Leviathan.
Yeah, and Chet
chokes them,
holding Sam up, and then he kind of gets this electric thing.
It's similar to
him.
when when somebody gets stabbed with a demon knife or something.
It almost looks like that, but it's purpley blue.
Yeah,
and then he kind of falls over, and Dawn is in the doorway. I love this implication of how powerful witches can be. Because he doesn't even know what he knocked out. He doesn't know it's a Leviathan or anything like that. But he's that spell will wear off in a couple of days. But he's just again, witches are just people, right? There's humans that tap into magic.
Yeah, they aren't
so
a
he's
monster.
just human that has managed to live this long, and it's the first time we've seen any real incapacitation of a Leviathan.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess with Edgar, they dropped that shit on him.
Edgar.
But he came back together afterwards, right?
Yeah.
This is the first real thing we've seen work on a Leviathan.
Yeah.
And he does it like it's nothing. And they're like, what are you doing here? He's saving your lives twice, I guess. And he goes under their mattresses and takes the coins. And he's like, Maggie was kind of pissed. So.
Yeah. You did try to kill her. So.
And then he kind of turns around and does a women, am I right? Anyway, and he sort of just leaves.
I kind of love that moment.
It's kind of a great moment.
The brothers then toss Chet in the back seat and call Bobby to say
they should at least put him in the trunk, right?
Yeah.
I guess the trunk's full of other shit. Maybe they can't.
Yeah.
It feels like
where all the weapons
we don't
are.
know when this spell's going to wear off.
Yeah. But they say to Bobby that they're making a delivery.
Yeah.
As they prepare to leave, Sam asks Dean if Dean listened to the Starks. He talks about how they opened up and that it worked and that Dean should do the same.
Yeah.
Then Dean says that there's always something eating at him, but Sam figures that something specific is going on.
Yeah, he's like, you're hiding something from me.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not. And Sam's like, Jesus, fuck.
He asks if they're good, and Dean says that they are. Because I love that Sam's just if you've got a problem, it's got to be with me.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it always has been, basically.
And gets in the Impala without another word.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
There you go, baby.
What did you think?
This episode is interesting because the stuff with James Marster and with Charisma Carpenter is pretty good.
Yeah, they have got so much chemistry.
They do, although I will say I don't think she's that good in this.
I
there were a couple of moments that felt I think what you were talking about, when shit is happening at the gallery, she's just has no reaction, and I think it
I
does,
just didn't know if it doesn't because she's a witch.
I think that's probably what her choice is, but it doesn't really read
Register
that way.
Yeah.
I don't think it reads as this is not unfamiliar to me. It just reads as not doing anything.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
But in general, I really like their I love that bit of Sam and Dean each getting up, that counseling back and forth is a really smart bit of the
love
episode.
it.
I think it's a lot of fun. The kills are gnarly in this episode.
Yeah.
And I love that shit too. But the problem with this episode is that we can't fuse these together. I feel like we're back and forth from places too much. The stuff with Bobby, why is Bobby even involved? Why is he even invoked in this episode?
Yeah, it's weird.
We don't do anything really to examine, is it a different kind of witch magic or blah, blah, blah. We talk about all this stuff about how all of a sudden, her rage is just, affecting the environment. That's technically new, but we don't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
Those clues don't do more. You know what I mean? When they go oh, the plants are dead around this. Does that mean anything? The plants are dead around that. Does that mean it? None of that means anything. It's when they find the coin and Bobby confirms what the coin is. That's the clue that it's a witch.
Yeah. But that's the thing that they could have figured out.
And they could have figured that out and had nothing to do with the environmental stuff or the town, whatever is going haywire. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere, I guess, other than unchilled chicken legs.
That's all of that seemed to be connected just to that.
But like that hardly seems worth it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's so that's kind of sloppy. The Dean drinking thing, we still don't know what we're doing with it. Because even in this episode where Dean makes a pit stop into a liquor store or whatever, the scene earlier, after he's talked to Sam, who came back from his run, Dean picks up the drink that he has, looks at it, and then puts it down. And you go like, oh, maybe he's going to open up. So, but why have him do that and then immediately, not even at the end of the episode, decide, no, I can't tell Sam and revert back.
Yeah.
Just the next scene, we've forgotten that we almost teased that Dean is about to say, like, you could have played it like, no, I do have to tell Sam. Yeah. And then at the end of the episode, like, maybe he sees, he's like, I don't think it's going to, I can't.
Yeah.
But we don't play it that way.
No.
So a lot of like sloppy storytelling is in this episode, I think.
Yeah.
But some fun performances, some real gnarly deaths, and like a kind of like fun premise in general.
Yeah.
This isn't like, it's not like I'm a witch. It's like petty grievances sort of thing. And even just at the end where it's like they let them go and the witch comes and is like, well, there's no need for you to die. I'll take these, that crazy wife of mine, and like leaves. It's like a funny dynamic. I like exploring that shit, but there's not enough of that to counter the stuff the episode doesn't do well.
Yeah.
So I think I would give this 3.5 9-inch nails.
Whoa, nice. I think you're on the right track. I think this is always a fun episode just because I think those actors have so much charisma without
Carpenter.
Yeah. But they've got a really great vibe with them, and like they're so fun. Like their energy is so fun to watch together, and like James Marsden is such a fun actor to watch.
Yeah.
And it's fun watching him in this like highfalutin like philanthropist rogue when you're used to him being like Spike.
It's funny, like his face, like even in the philanthropist thing, is like he's definitely embezzling. Like you look at him, he's doing something.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, right? Yeah. But yeah, I really love their energy. But yeah, this episode's really disconnected in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for their like that relationship and those actors, like this episode really falls apart.
Yeah, I mean, even as small as the Leviathan thing, like how does Chet even following them?
Sure, yeah. There's no real like understanding of how any of this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Also, this whole thing and the with Dean is like that he had to kill Amy because nobody can like everyone's bad, and then they just like let the witches go at the end of the episode.
Exactly. So now like
it's like he's not even following his own thing. Like,
but what I'm saying in a better version of this episode, Dean would put that drink aside near the beginning, and he'd be ramping up to telling Sam, and then he'd realize at the end that they let the witches go.
Exactly.
And he could have done that with Amy, and no, I can't tell Sam.
Yeah.
And he'd retreat back.
Yeah.
And that would be his arc.
It's such a wasted.
But that doesn't happen in this episode. Like that would be how you play that shit.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I'm on the exact same boat as you. I think I'm going to give this 3.5 heartbeat cupcakes.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. With a side of cream pie.
I mean, on the side?
Because I'm here for the cakes.
What a regrettable segment.
That's your fault.
I don't know what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. If you had taken 2 seconds to think about it.
The two of us talking about cream pies.
What could go wrong? All right. Well, before we go, we've got a note from a fellow hunter.
All right.
From Spencer, who says, "What up?"
Wow. This note comes from 20 years ago from that beer campaign.
Was up.
Oh,
What
okay.
up?
Oh, okay.
Writing in again. Love you guys. I'm choosing you over music for my daily commute.
Whoa. Get fucked, music.
Yeah. There's a new game in town. Talking.
Green pie.
Making progress. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I listen to every second of each pod, even the outro stuff, because I'm worried you won't get 100% credit if I don't. I do.
Oh, that's
that.
very
Thank
nice.
you.
I also don't know how that works, so keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let it run when you're not
We've only been podcasting for 6 years. I really should know by now.
Nope. If people skip the endings, they should get FOMO. They should get FOMO because there's jewels at the end too. Oh yeah. Work funny all the way through, baby.
That's true.
So in season 5, episode 16,
Okay.
you guys mentioned they must have been dead in the motel for days because of how the time is different between Earth and heaven.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
But I think you guys were thinking of it backwards.
Okay.
Honestly, I am so fucking burnt out. It's now past midnight. I tried for way too long to figure it out myself. So I asked...
Oh, I see. We were doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right. Right. A couple of minutes on Earth would be way longer in heaven. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I asked ChatGPT to figure it out for me.
Whoa. Oh, God.
Attached will be how it comes to the answer of how a full day in heaven would only feel like 1.97 minutes on Earth.
Whoa. Okay. Let's have it.
So hopefully those two dudes that killed them off left quickly. Especially with Dean saying that he's going to be pissed when he gets back. Could you imagine them circling back 10 minutes later and they are gone? I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta make the email funny so you remember it if you read it. Oh goddamn, is Dean hot? This is like a song. I don't really get it, but oh god, Dean, oh goddamn, Dean is hot. Step on my larynx and finger my ketchup with 2 fingers.
Jesus.
Which
Good
I do
Lord.
remember us doing something about ketchup with 2 fingers.
That doesn't sound like us.
I don't remember the song.
Good Lord.
Okay, I'm going to throw away my math homework and talking about heaven and hell and shit so my wife doesn't think I've lost it. Love you guys. Hope to hear from you. Also, yeah, obviously, raw super red beef on a plate looks fucking delicious.
Thank you. Fucking thank you.
Team Rougarou.
Yes. Thank you. I'm probably going to go muck some raw beef when we're done here.
Here is the math that he had attached the conversation with ChatGPT.
Okay, it says me. Please help with a math problem. ChatGPT. Sure, I'd be happy to help. What's the math problem you're working on? Me. If 3 days on Earth equals 1 year in hell... I don't think that's true. I'm sorry.
First of all, wrong. Yeah.
How long would 1 day in hell be on Earth? And then if 3 days on Earth if 3 days on Earth are equal to 1 year in hell, can we set up a proportion to find out how long 1 day in hell would be on Earth? Let X be length of 1 day in hell on Earth. Then we can write 3 days on Earth equals 1 year in hell. 1 day on Earth equals X years in hell. We can cross multiply to get 3X equals 1 and then solve for X. X equals 1 over 3. So 1 day in hell would be equivalent to 1/3 of a year on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Me. Let me try this differently. Sam is in a hotel room with Dean. Dean goes to heaven for 1 day heaven's time and then returns. 3 days of Earth's time equals 365 days of heaven's time. How long does Sam perceive Dean to be gone before he returns? ChatGPT. Okay, let's start by figuring out how long Dean was actually gone in Earth days. We know that 3 days on Earth is equal to 365 days in heaven. So we can set up a proportion. 3 Earth days divided by 365 heavenly days equals 1 Earth day over X heavenly days. To solve for X, we cross multiply and simplify. 3X equals 365. X equals 365 over 3. So Dean was actually gone for 365 over 3 Earth days, or approximately 121.67 Earth days. Now we need to figure out how long Sam perceived Dean to be gone. Since Sam is on Earth the whole time, he experienced his time at the normal rate of 1 Earth day per day. So Sam perceived Dean to be gone for the same length of time that Dean was actually gone in Earth days, which is approximately 121.67 Earth days. Me. But if 3 days on Earth is a year in heaven, wouldn't Sam experience time differently? ChatGPT, you're right. Sam's experience of time would be different because he's on Earth while Dean is in heaven. Time passes differently in different parts of the universe, depending on the gravitational forces and speeds of objects in those locations. I don't like that ChatGPT almost has like a window into the afterlife. To calculate how long Sam perceives Dean to be gone, we need to take into account time dilation due to different gravitational forces in heaven and on Earth. The general formula for time dilation due to gravity is T, like apostrophe, equals T times square root of 1 minus 2 GM over RC squared.
Jesus.
Where T is the time interval in a region with weak gravity, in this case, Earth. T apostrophe is the time interval in a region with stronger gravity, heaven. G is the gravitational constant. M is the mass of the gravitating object, in this case, the mass of heaven. Mass. R is the distance between the objects, and C is the speed of light. Since we don't know the exact values of M and R, we can't calculate the time dilation factor precisely. However, we can make some estimates based on the fact that gravitational force in heaven is likely much stronger than on Earth, and therefore the time dilation factor will be much larger than 1. This means that Sam would perceive Dean to be gone for a much shorter time than 121.67 Earth days. For example, if we assume that the time dilation factor is 10, which is a conservative estimate, then Sam would perceive Dean to be gone for only 121.67 Earth days over 10 equals 12.17 Earth days. So even though Dean was gone for 121.67 Earth days, Sam would perceive him to be gone for only 12.17 Earth days due to the time dilation effects of heaven's gravity. Me. I think this is getting too complicated, or I'm not smart enough to understand. Dean perceives himself to be gone for 1 day while in heaven. 3 days on Earth equals 365 days in heaven. How long does Sam perceive Dean to be gone for while he is away? ChatGPT, no problem. Let's simplify it. If Dean,
fucking idiot.
If Dean perceives himself to be gone for 1 day while in heaven, and 1 day in heaven is equivalent to 1/365th of a day on Earth, the Dean is actually gone for 1 day times 1 over 365 equals 0.00273973 Earth days. Now, since 3 Earth days are equivalent to 365 heavenly days, we can convert the time Dean was gone in Earth to days to heavenly Earth days to heavenly days. 0.00273973 Earth days times 365 over 3 equals 0.1 heavenly days. So Dean was actually gone for 0.1 heavenly days. Since Sam is on Earth and experiencing time at the normal rate, he would perceive Dean to be gone for the same amount of time in Earth days, which is approximately 0.1 heavenly days times 3 over 365 equals 0.0008219178 Earth days. So Sam would perceive Dean to be gone for approximately 0.0008219178 Earth days, or approximately 1.97 minutes. Me. Thank you, ChatGPT. You're welcome. If you have any more questions or there's anything else I can help you with, feel free to ask.
Holy shit.
I don't like that. Like, ChatGPT stopped itself, but it was about to go well, we all know that heaven actually is. If we assume that it has a different gravity.
Thanks, Spencer.
Jesus. My next question would be, how tall is Dean in heaven, given it's a different gravitational factor? How much did his spine compress?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's entertaining and terrifying.
And
in
more
equal
work
measure.
than either of us have ever put into this podcast.
I mean, what I just did there is more than I usually talk in an episode.
I mean, it's true. Yeah. You'd get tired.
Ugh.
Well, if
I think I'm so tired I couldn't even make a cream pie now.
Could you eat one, though?
It depends.
What flavor it is.
Jesus.
Well, if you want to continue the discussion about time dilation in regards to the supernatural,
It's
or
the only kind of dilation we want to discuss.
unless you're talking about those cream pies.
That's what that's the joke.
I know, but I'm not one for subtlety.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember now.
So you can have those discussions on our Discord.
Go to patreon.com/ghostfacers for only $1 a month. You get access to Angel Radio, our fun community Discord server, where I assume ChatGPT will be taking over.
Yeah, let's do it.
It helps to support us.
Also, if you want to send us amazing notes like Spencer has done.
Yeah, that wild. About
a past or future episode, or ask ChatGPT about more questions in regards to either things that we've talked about or about the show in general.
Yeah.
You can send us an email to ghostfacerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
Also, you can reach out to us through our various social media platforms.
At Ghostfacers Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform that you listen every single week. And while you're there, why don't you give us a 5-star review, and we will read it on a future episode.
Yeah, baby.
Also, if you want to be part of the pie posse, then you can show your love by wearing our shirts.
Yeah.
At ghostfacerspodcaststore.com. I think you can also get like other shit too. So
yeah, there's gonna be a new shirt up there. It's called Do I Smell a Delicious Dean Pie?
Yeah, I fought 2 witches and all I got was cream pie.
I hooked up with a Winchester and all I got was this Dean Pie.
All I got was cream pied.
Well, no, that now you're just saying it.
Yeah, but you're talking about delicious, like lemon meringue or something. All right. If you want more of this goodness, we've got a whole other podcast.
Yeah, Dr. DC. We talk about DC Comics and superheroes, and we answer listener questions. If you like how we talk about magic and filth over here,
worse there.
You'll enjoy how we talk about filth over there. We only have one setting.
No, we go to 11.
Yeah. I actually don't know which podcast is worse at this point.
I
feel like this is filthier.
But we're more offensive on the other one.
I'm not sure that's true.
It used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes and goes. It's cycles.
It's because you ladies keep filthing us up. Begging for these cream pies.
No, man. We can't. No. Not like this.
Say goodbye, bitch.
Jerk.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.